Good morning, coolest coast. It is time for Coffee with Kristin and Tina. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with Kristin and Tina. Thank you to Just Orthodontics for sponsoring our show this morning. We're your hosts. This is Kristin Odell of KLO. I'm Tina Prigge of Vagabond Creative Studio. So happy to see everyone. Hi, Kristin.
Good morning. Sorry, I forgot to grab my cup today.
What is the cool mug that you're drinking out of?
I don't. It's corksicle. I don't know.
Is it metal?
Yeah, it's metal, and it has a plastic cover. It's a good 2-cup mug. Nice handle. Again, it's a 4-fingered handle.
Nice.
But yeah, it is in the neighborhood of being Yeti-ish, but Yetis hold the heat in coffee so much that you can't drink out of it sometimes. This one does not. It just holds it perfect. So,
and I think it would be perfect for camping or doing anything outdoors, right? Where you want that mug feel, but a porcelain cup is in danger of not existing anymore.
Yeah, and this one is kind of coated on the outside, so it's not metallic necessarily. Maybe I grabbed this because I'm wearing a blue shirt today. I have no idea.
Okay, why do you think I'm wearing this shirt today?
It's the opening of the
fair. The county fair. Okay. Are you going to the county fair?
I will be going to the county fair tomorrow. It is a tradition. We need to take the children, do the rides, eat the corn dogs, eat the ice cream, eat the whatever goes in there, right? Listen to some music.
Nice. Yeah, I was debating whether or not to go on opening night. And I was thinking about why do I like going on opening day? And I think it's because it's so fresh. You know what I mean? When you go on opening day, there's just all this still hope and but it's also interesting to go later too, because then it's the fair is really the fair and it's settled in. So I'm trying to debate. Do I go more than once?
I'm just going to look. So we do have a heat advisory for today. Starting at 10 a.m. until 7 o'clock tonight. So for our local friends who might be thinking about the fair, take a water bottle, find shade. Merchant Building, I'm pretty sure, is air conditioned. Maybe a few others. Make sure you take care of yourself.
Yeah, eat ice cream.
Lots of ice slushies.
Yes. Hey, does the weather prediction look pretty good for the week?
I think it looks pretty. I didn't look all the way out, but I think tomorrow the heat is supposed to drop off and be nice. And I mean, I always want for the fair to have a good weather week, right? So, Kay just said, Tina's working on this. She just said there's great fireworks show planned for tonight at the fair. So, Tina, maybe that's a reason for you to go on opening night.
Oh, fun. Hey, Kay, what time do the fireworks usually happen? Is that to close the first day of the fair? Is that at 9:30? What would a person plan for?
I would think so. And I don't know if you grabbed this or not, but
good morning, Wendy.
I sent you the link for the fair, and I won't have time to do it during the day today, but we can drop it in the link to Coolest Coast. If you want to look at the schedule of events, see when all the different, there's judging for all different types of things out there, animals, pies. I don't know.
So much is happening. Yeah. I do see the link. I can't post it right now, but I can post it after this.
Perfect. So the link will be in the comments, but yes, you can go out there. It's on the county website, and you can look at the list for all the things and find out when your favorite activities are happening.
Cool. Very cool. And the fair, we've discovered, is a fun place to run into people.
It is. Did you find the picture from last year?
You know what, Kristin? That would have been really prepared of me. I did not.
We've been running into each other at the fair for years, but yes, I love running into people. It's such a good place to just go and have good family fun. And
yeah. And Kay said that there's a short parade at 8:30. It leads people to the grandstands for the fireworks to follow. Awesome. Thanks for letting us know that, Kay.
That sounds awesome. So Tina, if you go tonight, you need to catch some epic shots of those fireworks.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. Hey, speaking of shots, there is a fun shot that you shared from a meeting you had yesterday. I love this. Now, do you normally wear contacts? And so these are glasses. Like I've never seen you with glasses before.
No, I don't. I have been the Kristin formerly known as 2020 Vision. I have been spending a lot of time on the computer working in the last week or so, and my eyes are very tired. So I have these glasses for at night. They just like, I have a little bit of astigmatism, so they correct that a little bit and they just help my eyes focus. So I've needed some heavy lifting these days. And so, yes, I don't normally wear glasses, but I do have these for night driving and
Well, you look super cool. You are rocking those glasses. So.
thank you. I know I had to get some tips from Kristin on clearly you can see my ring light in my glasses and she's wearing glasses. So I was like, Kristin, what's the tip? How do I get around this? But she has fancy lighting in her office that isn't ring-esque.
So just so nobody's confused, you are Kristin on the bottom, but you are also Zooming with Kristin on the top. And yeah, her game is on point, and I love her shelves. They're perfectly oriented to look like little comments.
I know.
It says hello there. Tell us about Kristin.
Isn't it? She just, everything she does is so cute. So this is my friend Kristin Bach. She and I met a number of years ago at a women in management event. We were both speakers. I saw her speak for the first time at that event, and she is amazing and funny. She speaks and talks about body language and presence and first impressions, and she's coming to Manitowoc for a very special event with us. How cool is that?
This is so cool.
Yes. So Jason and Tina and I are super excited to bring Nasha Networking back to the Lakeshore. So we haven't done this since pre-COVID. And we have an event coming up at the end of September. And my very special guest, Kristin Bach, is coming on that night. And she's going to do a full hour on body language first. And then we get to practice what we learned in networking for an hour. So you're going to want to come. It's going to be super fun. We're going to have snacks.
It's a free event. It's a great way to meet people. It's at the Wisconsin Maritime Museum in the Riverview Room. So we're going to have this great location, great people, great education.
Yes, it's going to be so much fun. I did limit tickets to 50 just because of room size and being able to navigate the room. So if you want to come and join us, I would highly recommend registering right away to get your spot. Wendy Hutter actually snagged the first ticket yesterday when I
Way to go, Wendy. Oh, I'm so excited.
But yes, we've done these events probably what, Tina, did we talk about 3 times before, I think?
Yep.
And we've always had a great crowd. We've always had different people come, and it's always been really, really fun. And so I feel so blessed to be able to do this with you guys in a cool spot, have the amazing Kristin coming, the other Kristin coming. She's giving her time. So it's going to be really fun.
And you can just tell, like, her look, she's just got this fun energy. I think it's going to be an incredible time. And I think one of the reasons that these events are so special to me, these networking opportunities, Kristin, is because really it's how we even know each other. It's how this whole thing developed. And like, I cannot now imagine my life without Kristin Odell.
Oh, I love that. I can't imagine life without you either. Yeah. And here's the deal. Like, we met in maybe some circumstances that were not as conducive to networking. Thankfully, we both had the talent and knowledge to be able to like go and talk to each other. The intent of the networking events that Coolest Coast and KLO put on is that we make it easy for you. So we're going to help you find partners. We're going to give you things to talk about. This time we get to actually teach you about first impressions and how to have a more open conversation with somebody. And so we just want you to come, and we want you to like, for some people who are extroverts, networking is amazing and the most fun experience. If you're naturally an introvert or you don't enjoy people as much, it can be really overwhelming. And so if I were to say anything, it was that these events are designed to meet everybody where they're at.
Yeah, I love it. You guys, you just do such a good job. It's always so much fun. I'm so excited that we get to bring this back.
Yes. So someday, not today, because I got a crazy day today. We'll put the link out. I'm sure Coolest Coast will be promoting it. I dropped it. It's on my Facebook page as of yesterday. And Kristin's sharing it. So just come join us and have a great evening.
Yeah, we'd love to hang out with you. Hey, Kristin, you shared this image with me. Tell me what is happening. Why did you send me a crock pot image?
Okay, we were at Kohl's the other night looking for a back to school lunchbox.
Mm.
And I noticed this. This is a desk size, 20-ounce personal crock pot.
Oh.
Do you see it says lunch crock? 20 ounces, one person. The little thing on the top is actually a carrying handle. So you can carry it into the office. And I'm like, Doug Odell, I'm buying you one of these and I'm going to start putting a little crock pot meal in there and you're going to walk into work with your crock pot. And he's like, are you for real? And I'm like, how cool is this? So
to have a warm little lunch, that's kind of amazing.
Right. And he was like, I don't know if I would do a legit, like, throw raw chicken breast in there and put it on. But he was like, I could totally see it for soup or leftovers that need to heat through. What do you think about this?
I mean, it's kind of a great idea, right? Like, I think about all the days I neglect lunch just because, you can only eat sandwiches so many days in a row, right?
Right.
What a great idea, especially we live in Wisconsin where for a number of months it's really chilly. And so to have chili in a crock pot hot for lunch, oh, okay, I'm in.
Right? So I just feel like there's, whether it's reheating food or like prepping something, there's so many things you could do with this.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you use it for him, if he uses it, can you report back and let us know? Like, is it cool? Does it work? Would you recommend it?
I didn't buy one yet, but our anniversary is in 8 days, so maybe he's gonna get a crock pot. Isn't that like a cardinal sin to buy a crock pot for an anniversary gift?
Wendy said we have a similar one and love it for fall and winter for comfort food at work. That's
I love it. So yeah, here's the other thing that's really cool. They come in different colors. There was like at least 4 colors that we saw there.
That's cool. Okay, so the question is, and does it say it on this box? I'm going to pull up the picture. What sort of wattage does it pull? Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes,
it doesn't say. It does say on the box. I don't know what that number is.
Okay, but I wonder if it's similar to plugging in a lamp, because then it's no issue, or is it like plugging in sometimes people try to bring in space heaters to put under their desks and the maintenance guy's always like, what's happening?
Crock pots do have a tendency to like blow some circuits. I don't know. We'll have to look into that. But I thought it was cute. I thought it was practical. I liked that there were color options. So, and this was the key important thing. The cover and the insert are dishwasher safe.
Yes. They've thought of everything.
All the planets are aligning. Because I have a mini crock pot for like dips, but the insert doesn't come out. You have to like hand wash it and the bottom wet, and it's weird. And I sometimes want to throw it. So
it's so awkward, right? Wendy, tell us, what are some of the things that you've made in your little crock pot?
I know. Yeah, I would be curious because I also don't know if it really is like a temperature setting. So I'm a little bit curious about like, can you take like a raw chicken breast with like some cream cheese and some Rotel as an example and turn it on and shred up the chicken and like eat out of it, like pulled chicken or whatever. Can it do that in the morning? Or do you have to maybe do it ahead and reheat? So.
Okay, Wendy said stew, chili, dips. She also said yes, and I'm not exactly sure what she's responding to with the yes, although saying stew, chili, dips does make me want to say yes too.
Well, it says it takes it longer, so maybe she's saying yes to the chicken breast.
I think so. I think that's amazing.
So maybe you could like get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and plug it in while you're getting ready, take it to the office and plug it back in to finish.
Yep, she confirmed. She said, yep. Well, that is really cool to know.
How fun is that?
Okay, last week we were talking a little bit about Barbie. I grew up playing with Barbie. Did you play with Barbie?
I did.
We had weird Barbies and great Barbies. Anyway, you said that Emily Howe shared a little video of her Barbie.
Okay, this is not actually Emily Howe's. This is Emily. I know that we're going way back. Emily Howe, friends, weird Barbie.
So this is a weird Barbie of the friend of a friend.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
It's so great. You have to play it.
Do you want to say anything in prep?
No,
Or should we just take a look?
Then we're just going to take a look.
Okay, here we go. So if you look closely, her eye is winking. Now, I have to say, I had this Barbie when I was a kid, and she was like, one of my premier Barbies because she had this fancy cowgirl outfit. It was super cool. And, this cowboy hat, these cowboy boots, but she had a button on her back. So you can see the way that she's being held right now. There's a button, and that button is what makes her eye wink. And then she came with accessories, like she had a little mirror and a brush. And she also had these like photographs of herself, like headshots. And she came with a little stamper so you could stamp it and give out like autographed shots of Barbie.
You clearly thought this was great when you were a kid. It looks a little creepy now.
I know. As soon as that eye gets a little gunked up and doesn't like blink or wink smoothly, it's like one of those creepy China dolls that you see in horror movies where it's like, partially blinking on you.
Coming for you. Yes.
Wendy had the same one, she said.
And I had kind of a flashback to the movie because there's a scene in the movie where Barbie very much has a Western outfit on. So that maybe was a nod back to, I really want to go back to the scene and see if she winks.
I wonder. And I think that's what she was called, Western Barbie. Wendy, do you remember?
Yeah. That is so fun. I love that you had this and like Wendy had, like, I love that you guys recognize this Barbie. It initially, like, that's not quite as weird as how weird Barbie is portrayed in the movie.
Yeah, I think that weird Barbie, and I definitely had a weird Barbie, right? She wasn't even officially a Barbie, but she came, she had the beautiful long hair and everything. I cut her hair. I gave her bangs. I didn't realize at the time when, I was 5, I didn't realize it wouldn't grow back or stay the same. Like, that's when I learned you can do permanent damage to something, right? And I had stitched like a heart shape onto her chest, to show like where her heart, like, I don't know why. And it only made her like more and more hideous. But yet I always loved her.
Did you draw that on her skin or was it on the shirt?
I used like a needle and like, it was like a poke. I know.
It was like a prison tattoo is what you're saying. Okay. Did you treat your non-brand Barbies different than your brand Barbies?
Not really. Nope. I don't think that I knew that there was a difference.
Okay.
Oh, and Wendy confirmed Western cowgirl Barbie.
I love it. I feel like there was a little bit of you are not a brand Barbie, so therefore you have a lesser role in the house. Unfortunately, I don't know where that came from, but yes.
Do you know, now that I think about it, I think thinking back to how I played with them, yeah, Barbie was always like the mom or the lead role, right? Yeah, you're right. The lesser Barbie.
I don't know.
Was not the star.
Where did we get that from?
General Hospital.
Probably playing in the back for sure. Yes.
Is General Hospital still on?
I have no idea.
It's still run. Okay.
So here's the question. Who watched General Hospital in your house?
Well, I don't know that anybody watched it religiously, but I do know that it was on. And I feel like it was on like while cleaning and stuff was done, although maybe that's just what my mom said and really she was watching. But
I can distinctly remember Days of Our Lives being on at like the babysitters and different things. Not like my aunt didn't watch it, but like we had other sitters before we were school age that it was definitely on.
There were no other options during that time of the day, right?
It was all soap operas. You had to just choose one, right?
Yeah. I will always remember that sand glass, that hourglass, right?
Yes.
For Days of Our Lives.
Yes, for sure. Oh my gosh.
Like sands through the hourglass. These are oh my God. I haven't thought of that in a long time.
I love it.
Hey, something super cool. I got to accompany Jason. He did a plein air painting competition this past weekend. It was down in Delafield, Wisconsin, which turns out to be this really charming, cool little community. But I got to like kind of hang out, watch him, be his assistant, do my own thing, check back in, and like he made this amazing painting. He ended up winning third place, which was really fun to watch too.
That is amazing. Okay, so you sent me a picture of this, and it looked like these beautiful houses. But was it like a little shopping and restaurant network, or was it actually in between houses?
So this, I'll put the picture back up. This is actually like their historical society. So this is like an old stagecoach inn or something, and there's like a little post office in the front. Same thing across the way is more of like the historical society with an art gallery inside, and then like way in the distance you can see that steeple.
Mhm.
That's like a hotel or some kind of building. It's a very historically preserved little area.
Yeah, it looked immaculate. Like the flowers and just everything about it looked so beautiful and
The
so
whole
cute.
city was kind of like, I said to Jason, I've driven onto a Disney lot. Do you know what I mean? It was like all so well maintained and charming.
Right. That is so cool. Kudos to Jason for winning third place.
Yeah, I know. I mean, literally, this canvas was blank when he started,
Yeah.
and we rolled up into town at like 7 a.m. I think he finally put like brushed a canvas by like 8 a.m. and then they had to be turned in by 12:45. So
That
literally in the span of like 4.5 hours.
That's amazing. And was there parameters? Like, did it have to be the scene there and the buildings there, or what was the
It had to all be 100% done that day within the time. And they had a map, a very like kind of tight map. Maybe it was like a 6 block, 8 block radius. So you could go anywhere within there.
okay. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm just so amazed that he can do that. Like, there's nothing in here that could produce a painting that looks anything like what Jason is capable of. And certainly not in that amount of time. Like, it's amazing.
I like if I see a blank canvas, something, and I'm absolutely paralyzed. I am paralyzed about putting that first mark on because I know as soon as I mark it, no matter what, I'm going to regret it and wish I'd done it differently. And I just can't get beyond that. I think it's why I'm not an artist.
Right. Right. And I think, like, if anything, I've learned from Jason, like, it doesn't even matter what your first or second or third, right? Like,
Right.
and I mean,
Right.
this is a Jason Prigge. This is a Jason Prigge right here, right? And he like just took pictures of our house and did it. He just made it happen.
I know. It's incredible.
And and Jason probably, hopefully he's okay. But I was kind of like, ooh, the roof color looks a little weird. And he's like, no problem. And he just fixed the roof. And I'm like, I have no idea.
He's amazed by organized people. So that's great.
Again, we're just speaking into people's strengths right now.
Yeah.
The creative and the idea guy, right? We're the organized people.
Oh, you're over here.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I did too.
Although, if I were to show you what the real office of Kristin Odell looks like, this is back to school pandemonium on my desk. Do you have any of that? Do you guys? I guess Teak is probably already gone.
No, he moves in on September 2nd, and I am prepared. I've got like 5 boxes of tissues at the ready. We went to the store. We got like a bunch of stuff, toiletries, laundry soap, dish soap, like all those little things that he's gonna need. He said, I said, do you need pens? He's like, I don't think so. I'm like, I do. So we like stopped in the pen aisle.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for him. And I can tell that he's excited, but like, oh.
It's so funny that like your now back to school list is like laundry detergent and dish soap and bath towels probably, and just all the things you need for college, right?
Right. A microwave, bed sheets. Yeah.
Is Teak somebody that like takes notes on a laptop or a tablet or something like that, or is he a pen to paper kid?
I've seen him take pretty good notes in notebooks, so I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well,
Hey, Kay said, hearing about his painting is making me more excited about Saturday. On Saturday, there's a garden walk with local artists amongst the gardens showing off their talents near Sheboygan. Oh, that is awesome. It is so special to see an artist at work.
yeah, just to be able to have that interaction and hear about it. I mean, what was that experience like for you? I mean, you've obviously watched Jason paint before, but have you ever been part of it from start to finish, like Saturday? And, did you notice or see anything different?
Only one other time had I hung out the entire time while he had done that. I'm impressed by, he says he's not organized, but he clearly had organization. He knew the steps. He had the towels and stuff to keep things clean in between. Like, he had it going on. The hardest thing for me is when people walk up and make comments. And I always want to say, like, it's not done yet. You know what I mean? Like, you can't judge this little square until it's like all done. You don't know where it's going. You don't know where the shadows are going to end up. You know what I mean?
So what kind of comments would people make?
Well, some people would say like very art sounding things like, oh, I really love your palette and things like that. Right. And then some people would be like, oh, well, that's an interesting view, or, you know what I mean? Like, maybe kind of start to, oh, I see you've got the table there, but there's people sitting at that table and you don't have any people, like,
yeah,
like sweating the small stuff and not giving the artist the permission to just literally paint what they want and how they want it, and not realizing that, the fine details are what go in at the very end.
right. Oh, that's so fun. I would have to like do this. I'm not going to comment on the comments.
Yeah, right. And so a couple of times I just got up and like went for a little walk or went and got him water, or, you know what I mean? Just like come back with like, drink this. It's hot. You haven't taken a break. You need to stay hydrated, right?
There you
like,
go. Well done. That's so cool. So Teak leaves, you said September 5th he goes?
September 2nd. Yep.
Yeah, September 2nd. So that is coming around the corner. Have you and Jason written a list of all the things you're going to do as official empty nesters?
I don't think we need a list.
Well, I'm just saying obviously Teek's a little bit older. You have more freedom as your kids get older. But if anybody has tips on things for Jason and Tina to stay busy now that Teek's officially moving out, send them some support, right?
Yeah. You know what? Moms support each other because, like, I'm so excited. This is the next step. This is what's supposed to be happening. He's excited. What gets me sad is thinking like the dynamic in the house will never be the same. You know what I mean? He's not just going to summer camp and coming back. Like, this is it. This is his like step into the world.
Right.
Like sleeping at home, having me wake him up, having me make breakfast, all of that, like in a week, done.
Yeah. Not done forever. It's just done until like Christmas. And he'll be close by. So
right.
He'll have to come home and do laundry or something at some point, right?
I know, but still, it'll never, you know what I mean? Like, it's all going to be good. It's all great, but I still get a little weepy.
Yeah. I just even feel like,
thank you, Wendy.
nesting is amazing. Adult children are the best, right? I can feel the shift already. Grace is 14, and so she's doing stuff with her friends, spending more time being a hermit in her room. Like, there's just this, as they get older, it's a little bit, and I can feel this like, oh, I just want to hold on to you, right? I can feel it. So even though I know it's exciting, my mama heart is with you.
Yeah. Although, in some ways, I'm looking forward to just being Tina again. You know what I mean? Without being like mom first, where I don't always have to worry about like, am I modeling the right behavior? Am I, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Wendy said our relationship has so much more space as husband and wife, and our adult kids are a blast. That's awesome.
Yeah. So when you do get together with your kids, then you have those times. You probably appreciate those times a little bit more, but you can just focus on that. And yeah, last Saturday, Doug and I took a motorcycle ride. We just rode from our house to Point Beach to get ice cream. And I was like, is this what old people do?
Yes.
We had we had just this little window of time where we could hang out, but it was like so relaxing and so much fun. And we enjoyed just kind of, it felt like we were sneaking away because we had this little bit of time. So yeah, so keep sharing all of those things. Let's help Tina. What kind of things can she do in Tina freedom, and what kind of things should they do as empty nesters?
Yeah, that's awesome. Because it's true. I miss holding that little hand, like walking down the street, crossing the street, all of that. But like Wendy said, the older he gets, the more fascinating he is as a person in his own right, right? Like the conversations we have now, the knowledge he shares, it's really cool. And so, yep, I'm going forward very hopefully and happily.
Right. And he's going to have all these incredible experiences at school. So when he comes home, like he's going to have 100,000 things to talk with you about because all of these cool things are going to be happening, or he'll be learning cool. You know, you guys are such, I think of you as intellectual conversationalists. So I feel like he's just going to have a ton to talk to you about when you do get together.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. So moms, let us know your experience. Have you already sent kids off and you have some advice for those of us? Are you preparing littles to go to school? What's it like with the shopping list? Tell us about buying markers and crayons and all of that. We want to know it all.
Let me tell you about shopping this year. I got on Walmart's website. I ordered all the school supplies in one shot, and 95% of it was ready for pickup the next day. The other part got shipped because it wasn't in stock in Manitowoc. And I washed my hands of all of the tinkly supplies. And it was tennis shoes and the first day of school outfit, and we were done.
That's amazing. Wow.
It was the most efficient and well-executed school supplies shopping I probably have done so far.
And that means you didn't have to go in the store either and deal with crowds or the weird lighting or.
I did. For 30 minutes in bed, I loaded it all in my cart and then I went to bed.
I love it. I love it.
Time.
Awesome. This has been so great.
You guys have an amazing day.
See you at the county fair, everyone.
See you at the county fair.
Thanks for watching Coffee with Kristin and Tina. This is Kristin Odell of KLO. I'm Tina Prigge of Vagabond Creative Studio. We'll see you next time.